Hey, shalom, shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, all honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, who rule and teach well, who also taught me this 100% truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, this Kasada back with another quick lesson. And I'm going in this lesson, man, I had this article pulled up from history.com, and really, in this article, it talks about 8 reasons why Rome fell. Now, reason why I have this article is because, hey, man, there's a lot of similarities, all right, between, what's going on here in America and what happened in ancient Rome, all right, and I think I'm entitled along those lines, but, with that being said, man, these Edomites and the brother Taza War, he did a beautiful lesson on this, talking of a video on TikTok that went viral. Now, the TikTok that went viral is a meme or thing going where these Edomites they ask questions as far as do they think about the Roman Empire, the ancient Roman Empire, and a lot of them, think about it. Now we understand that Esau is not a spiritual man, of course, but he do understand and know history. Well enough, he know history well enough to understand when something, in his kingdom isn't right. And the reason why these Edomites think about these things is because of some of the reasons of why ancient Rome fell. Now, whether people believe it or not, in which we do, because we're faith-based, and we truly believe in Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, in the scriptures, but the scriptures talks about these things, man. And spiritually, if you're able to receive it, in America do follow after the customs in the ways of the ancient Roman Empire. The scripture talks about that, man. All right. But the only difference is between the ancient Roman Empire, all right, and Babylon the Great, aka America, is that this place is going to be utterly destroyed by missiles, man. ICBM missiles. And that's the truth. Thus says the Bible, man. All right. Now we're going to get in some of these things. A matter of fact, I want to grab a quick scripture. Let's grab a quick scripture. This is and the reason why I'm grabbing Ecclesiasticus or Ecclesiastes 1:9 is because, hey, man, that same system that didn't work back then is not working today, and it's not going to work. All right, it's not. It was never meant to work, man. It's only for a brief time, which I'm going to grab that scripture too as well. This is Ecclesiastes 1:9. It says, the thing that hath been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. So, hey, man, what's going on here was the same thing that was going on back then. All right. In the ancient Roman Empire, man. All right. Hey, man, there was a lot of things going on. The only difference is that, hey, man, we're in the technology, man. All right. Technology, everybody's able to get on, the internet, the unicorn, all right, the Thurum and the Urim to get more information. All right. We're in the information age, man. All right. Matter of fact, let me get Revelation chapter 20, and let's read verse 2. And it says, and he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. Who is this talking about? The Edomites, man. All right. They was ran into the mountains, the Caucasus Mountain. All right. Also, Petra. All right. You can look up the history in Petra. You can see a lot of similarities, man. All right. It was ran into the mountains. All right. And ultimately, after a certain amount of time, after these 1,000 years, his bound was loosened. All right. Matter of fact, in verse 3, it says, and cast him into the bottomless pit, which the bottomless pit is Europe. Okay. And shut him up and set a seal upon him, that he should not deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. Right, man. Esau did it before. He's doing it again. All right. And ultimately, hey, man, his time was up after that 1,000 years. So, hey, man, he's running rampant. All right. And after that, he must be loosed a little season. And this is that little season he in, man. He at the end of it, man. All right. He was let loose. All right. He did, he came into power, which we're going to get into it. All right. We're going to get into it. But let's go ahead and get into this article first. All right. This is 8 reasons why Rome fell. All right. 1 is the invasions by the barbarian tribes, which is the Goths and the Huns. All right. Ultimately, pretty much invaded Western Rome. All right. Which is ultimately is all, the Roman Empire. All right. Also, it says the economic troubles and over-reliance on slave labor. Ultimately, what does that sound like? That sounds like America, man. All right. Yeah, America is facing economic troubles, man. All right. They're also over-relying on work, man. All right. On labor, man. All right. On certain things, these jobs. That's why, Esau is trying to transition to AI. So he's able to use the technology, man. Okay. All right. Let's read some of this. It says, even as Rome was under attack by who? The Huns, the barbarians, all right, the Goths. From outside forces, it was also crumbling from within thanks to the severe financial crisis, which, look at the debt clock here in America, man. It's a lot of similarities. This is why these Edomites get shook up, man. Even if we do say it or not, man, these Edomites get shook up because it's not just because of the prophecies. It's because they know history, man. They see the similarities, man. They like, well, that happened in Rome. It's happening here in America, man. Why? Because, man, it's the same beast system, man. All right. America follows the same beast system, that same beast system. And the same goes for Europe. All right. Same goes for Europe, man. All right. All these other nations, they're all under the beast system, man. Okay. But to continue on, it says, constant wars, overspending has significantly lightened imperial coffers. See, it says constant wars. Man, it was said that America has only been hasn't had war or a brief time where it didn't have war, and that was in a span of 12 years. America is still at war constantly, man. All right. And it's about to transition to that third war, woe, which is World War III, man. All right. It says overspending has significant light in imperial coffers, and oppressive taxation and inflation had widened the gap between rich and poor. See, that's what's going on here now, man. The depletion of the middle class here in Babylon the Great, inflation, the money, you know what I'm saying, is being overinflated. All right. Taxation, everything is being taxed here, man. Taxes is going up, man. Your check, when you used to be able to look at your check, man, you used to be looking at it, used to be 100, maybe even less back then, where it was maybe maybe 100, probably, or less than 100. It was taken out on your on your check. Now it's almost damn near 300 being taken out your check, depending on how much you make, man. It's almost 40% of your check being gone, man. All right, and we're seeing these things go on, man. These are signs, man, that this place is falling. And this is history. So, as we read in Ecclesiastes 1:9, there's no new thing under the sun, man. All right. Number 3 is the rise of the Eastern Empire, which, led into the Byzantine. All right. The Byzantine Empire pretty much ruling. All right. Which was led by Jake, ruled by Jake at that time. All right, going into Second Ezra chapter 11 and 12. All right, you know, you're talking about Jake, man. Those 12 feathers, so on and so forth, man. All right. The overexpansion in military overspending. Hey, America puts a lot of money in this military, man. It damn near overspend. Well, they do overspend on their military, man. All right, only because of defense, but ultimately it's because they're at constant war, man. All right. It's said that America has over 750, if I'm not mistaken, 750 military bases in 80 different countries, man. That's more than any country in the world, man. All right. It says overexpansion, man. Overexpanding its military. All right. You know. Let's jump down to the second paragraph because it talks about that. It says Rome struggled to marshal enough troops and resources to defend its frontiers from local rebellions and outside attacks, which, hey, man, that's what's going to happen here, man. Here in America, hey, and the writing is on the wall. These Edomites see it, man. It's only our people, you Israelites, which consist of you Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes. Y'all the only ones that don't see it. But these Edomites, they see it, man. All right. And resources to defend its frontiers from local rebellions and outside attacks. All right. Hey, man, there's going to be wars and rumors of wars. They're going to be, you go into Second Ezra chapter 15, where it talks about people fighting against one another. All right. You know, the Egyptian against the Egyptian. Hey, man, that's what's going to happen here. Civil wars, outbreaks, man. And by the 2nd century, the Emperor Hadrian was forced to build his famous wall in Britain just to keep the enemies at bay. All right. As more and more funds were funneled into the military upkeep of the empire, technological advancement slowed in Rome's civil infrastructure fell into despair. All right. So we see that, man. And that's what's headed here, man. All right. Hey, man, it's falling to its despair. That's why Esau is trying to start this reset here in Babylon the Great, transitioning to a cashless society, man. But it's not going to work. All right. It's not going to work. It's not going to help. It's not going to change anything. This place is going to go down, man. That's why he wanted to issue out that MOTB, man. All right. Number 5, it says government corruption and political instability. Right, man. Government corruption. You know, hey, there was things. You got Trump going to court for tampering with votes and things of that sort, man. You got Biden and his son, all right, dealing with having something illegal matters with Ukraine and things of that sort, man. All right, it's coming out. Everything is coming out, man. There's more and more that's finding out about these political which they all work together and they're all under the same system, man. They all know what's going on, man. So, hey, man, we're not shocked, man. It's only you people in here in America and Babylon the Great that believe in these government officials, which we know that they all bought out and sold out, man. All right. It says political instability, man. All right. Let's go on, because that sounds like America too, man. And these are some of the reasons why Rome fell, man. All right. It says the arrival of the Huns and the migration of the barbarian tribes. All right. Hey, man, and they constantly attacking, man. All right. Which, hey, it talks about in Ezekiel 38. All right. Which, hey, man, I got some more scriptures I want to go ahead and grab, but I want to go ahead and touch on some of this stuff. But it also talks about how the Huns and the Goths were hired as mercenaries, all right, to outside attacks, all right, and they build they worked themselves up in the Roman Empire military, man. All right, ultimately leading. That's part of the reason why the Rome fell, man. All right, because they end up, being in good positions. They end up they didn't owe anything to the Roman Empire, so they end up just backstabbing them, pretty much in a simple sense. All right, Christianity and the loss of traditional values. Hey, man, and hey, this place is utterly wicked, man. All right. Weakening of the Roman legion. All right, in which that's what I was mentioning. It says, while the jumping down to the second paragraph, is while these Germanic soldiers fortune proved to be fierce warriors, they also had little or no loyalty to the empire, which is talking about the those barbarians, man, or the Goths and the Huns, man. All right, mainly the Goths, man. All right, but it talks about a lot of these things, man, of the fall of the Roman Empire. And these same similarities that's going on here and that happened in Rome, in the ancient Roman Empire, is the same things that's going on in America, man. All right. That's why these Edomites are scared and shook up, man. All right. But not only does this say it, the scriptures talk about it, man. Let's get into it. This Revelation chapter 13 and let's get straight to the point. Verse 2, and it says, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, which was the beginning of Esau's rulership. After that 1,000 years, all right, he was let loose, all right, which we already read in Revelation chapter 20. All right, then that leopard is symbolizing the Greeks, but ultimately Alexander the Great, or the Macedonian the Greek. All right, and this was the beginning of their this was the beginning of them. All right, and it says, in his feet were as the feet of a bear, which that bear represents Russia, in the end of Esau's rulership, which I mentioned in Ezekiel 38. You can go read that for yourself, where it talks about this place, America, being destroyed, man. All right, by the Russians, man. And it says, in his mouth as the mouth of a lion, which is Britain, and the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority, which that dragon is the ancient Roman Empire, man. All right, in which that, well, let's continue on. And I saw one of his heads as it was wounded to death, which is as I mentioned, the ancient Roman Empire. It was wounded. All right, it was falling, man. All right, but that system, all right, that same manner was taken in. All right, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. Right, man, it was healed, man. All right, continuing on, because everybody wondered after the beast, man. All right, and they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. Right, man. They adopted, they followed Esau's laws and his philosophies and his ways. All right, and they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war with him? All right, and there was given unto him a mouth to speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. All right, which that mouth is America, man. All right, and the 42 months going into 350 years, man. All right, so ultimately, man, it fell. All right, the Roman Empire fell, but the system, all right, it still exists through through Britain, through France, the EU, ultimately NATO and the EU. All right, in America, man, to this day. All right. So, hey, but the difference is that this place is going to go down, man. Esau is no longer rule, man. All right, anymore, man. All right. Once this place go down, it's over. It's a wrap, man. All right. That system, this way of living as like these living under these Edomites and picking up their ways is not going to happen anymore, man. All right. Matter of fact, Salakia, Let's grab Jeremiah 50:9. It says, "For lo, I will rise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain." Right, man. These other nations are going to shoot those ICBM missiles on Babylon the Great, man. All right. They're going to shoot those missiles, man. This place is not going to be inhabited anymore, man. This place has to go down, man. All right. This is the only difference between the ancient Roman Empire, all right, and America, man. All right. That's the only difference. Everything else is pretty much the same, man. All right. It's just, hey, man, this system is not working, man. All right. All right. I wanted to grab this too because it was mentioning the separation, all right, between Eastern and Western Rome. All right. And it talks about that. And that's what's going on here in Babylon the Great. All right. aka America, man. That's what's going on here. All right. This is Matthew 12. Let me grab the whole chapter. Salakia. No. Cut the Wi-Fi off. Here we go. Let's start at verse 25, and it says, Yahweh Shah knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to a desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? So, hey, this country is ultimately divided, such as it was divided in Rome, man. All right. It's the same thing that was happening back then, happening now. All right. It's happening, man. Whether you people believe it or not. All right. All right. As a matter of fact, let's get 2nd Ezra 6:9. It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So, hey, man, Esau is coming to his end. All right. Once America goes down, once aka Babylon the Great, once it goes down, man, all right, it's the end of Esau's rulership, man. It's the end of it, and it's the beginning of Jacob's, man. All right, which consists of you Israelites, which consists of you Native Americans, Latinos, and Negroes. All right. This is Isaiah 14:2, and it says, and the people shall take them. Matter of fact, that's, too early. Let me grab Jeremiah 51 and let's start at verse 1. It says, thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will rise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind. And that destroying wind, as I mentioned, is those ICBM missiles, man. And I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Against him that bendeth let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifted himself up in his brigandine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utter all her host. Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, they that are thrust through in her streets. All right. For Israel hath not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power, of Yahweh of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. All right. So, hey, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to take this place down. All right. Hey, man, here it is. Let's jump down to verse 7. It says, Babylon hath been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken, and the nations have drunken her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. Right, man. So, hey, man, this place is going to go down, man. Hey, these other nations would have tried to help heal Babylon, all right, aka America. They would have tried to fix the infrastructure and things of that sort. But, prophecy is, the Lord is not having this place to continue on much longer, man. This place has to go down, man. All right. It has to happen. All right. Thus says the Bible. All right. So, hey, man, Jacob ain't going to always, he ain't going to continue to go through this, man. This Lamentation 4:22, the punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins, right, man. Hey, Esau is being exposed, man. All right, we're exposing Esau, the prophets, the man of the Lord. All right, but hey, man, we're not going to no longer be under these devils anymore, man. All right, as we read in 2nd Ezra 6:9. All right, this is where I grab Isaiah 14:2, and it says, "And the people shall take them and bring them to their place in the house of Israel, shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives who captives they were. And they shall rule over their oppressors." Right, man. All right, we're going to rule over our oppressors, man. All right, we're going to rule over those who had ruled over us, man. And that's pretty much slavery, man. All right. All right. All right. Here it is. Let's jump down to verse 7. It says, "The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth in singing. Yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee. In the cedars of Lebanon, saying, Since thou art laid down, no fellow has come up against us. Hell it from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It had raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nation." All right. It says, "All they shall speak and say unto thee, Art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, and worms spread under thee, and the worms cover thee." All right, it says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, the son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations?" All right, hey, man, and he's going to be brought very, very low, man. All right, but hey, the main point is in verse 7. All right, the whole earth is going to be at rest when this damn devil go down, man. All right, and we're going to rule over these devils as well as these heathen nations. So, Salakia for being long-winded, man. Lord willing, I hope this was truly edifying, man. There is similarities of how, Rome fell and how America is falling, man. It's the same thing, man. But this time, man, this place is going to be wiped off the it's going to be pretty much made into a parking lot, man. It's going to be wiped out, man. But Lord willing, I hope this is edifying. Shalom.